May isang congressman na hinahanap ang vice president. Sabi niya, nasaan siya? Bumabaha na. At umabot pa sa linyang parang pati raw ang Diyos ay nagagalit. Naku po. Pero may isang tanong, akong gustong ibalik. Congressman, pastor, kamusta naman ang sarili mong distrito? Dahil habang hinahanap mo si VP Sara, may mga lugar mismo sa Manila na distrito mo, 6 district ba yon, na binabaha rin. So today, hindi lang ito tungkol kay Sara Duterte, kay Vice President Sara Duterte. Ito ay tungkol sa isang mas malaking prinsipyo. Kung maniningil ka ng accountability, handa ka rin bang singilin? Okay, hashtag walk with land. Facts first, analysis next. Ano ba talaga ang sinabi ni Abante? Noong August 17, kunestyon ni Manila 6th District Representative Benny Abante kung nasaan si Vice President Sara Duterte habang may malawakang pagbaha. At hindi lang yon, ginamit pa niya ang linya tungkol sa baha at umano'y pagkagalit ng Diyos. Now, fair tayo. Abante is one of the lawmakers who supported the impeachment proceedings against VP Sara Zimmerman Duterte. So politically and institutionally, malinaw ang kanyang posisyon at may karapatan siyang magtanong, bakit hindi personally present ang Vice President? Legit question iyon, but this is where I disagree with the style. Kapag sinabi mong bumabaha na, nagagalit na ang Diyos, hindi na lang legal argument yon, Hindi na lang accountability, nagiging political chatter na. At kapag ginamit mo ang baha bilang moral argument laban sa ibang opisyal, expect people to look at your own backyard. Ang Manila 6th District includes part of Paco, Pandacan, San Miguel, Santa Ana, Santa Mesa. At habang mainit ang komentaryo laban kay VP Sara, may official monitoring reports din nagsasabing may flooding sa ilang bahagi ng Pandacan, Santa Ana at Santa Mesa. So, hindi ko sasabihin na kasalanan ni Benny Abante ang baha. That would be unfair. Flooding is complicated. May rainfall may drainage problem, solid waste, waterways, flood control infrastructure, LGU responsibilities, national government responsibilities, DPWH, MMDA. Maraming factors, pero Congressman Abante, ikaw mismo ang nagpasok ng baha sa political argument. So fair din ang tanong, ano ang ginagawa mo para sa mga residenteng binabaha sa sarili mong distrito? 'Di ba? Accountability works both ways, Mr. Congressman. Ay, sorry. Natalo po 'yan eh. Natalo po. Teknikalidad lang po 'yan dahil at naging congressman siya, no? Hindi proof ang nagagalit ang Diyos. At ito ang pinaka-problema, Kosay statement. Congressman Abante is also pastor. Pastor! I respect everyone's faith, no? Pero kapag pinag-uusapan natin ng impeachment, ang kailangan natin ay ebidensya, dokumento, testimonya, batas, at konstitusyon at rules. Hindi natin pwedeng gawing evidence ang panahon. Hindi natin pwedeng sabihin, bumagyo, therefore guilty, bumaha, therefore galit ang Diyos sa isang political figure. No? That is rhetoric, not evidence. At kung gusto nyong seryosohin ang impeachment trial, dapat seryosohin nyo rin ang lengguwahe. Because these proceedings may determine whether a sitting vice president stays in office and may affect her ability to hold public office in the future. That demands precision, Pero may punto ba si Abante? Yes, may punto siyang pwedeng gawin. VP Sara is facing a very serious impeachment trial. The charges include allegations involving public funds and other alleged misconduct which she denies. The Senate, not Abante, not bloggers, and not supporters of either camp, will ultimately access the evidence presented in the impeachment trial. And when a public official faces accusations this serious, people naturally want that official to answer questions. So if Abante simply said, Madam Vice President, the public deserves answers, fine, very fair. But when you attach flooding and divine anger, you weaken your own argument because now the discussion becomes Bakit ginagamit mo ang baha laban sa kanya? Instead of anong ebidensya ang meron sa impeachment case, di ba? Grabe talaga. Mga kaibigan, now let's talk about VP Sara Zimmerman Duterte. I know ha, alam ko yan. Maraming nagtatanong, bakit hindi siya palaging nandun? Fair question. But absence from individual trial sessions is not itself proof of guilt. Vice President Sara has legal counsel representing her. Ang gagaling nga nila di ba? Sino-sino ba sila? Attorney Sheila Sison, Attorney Narbasa, Attorney Bakel, Attorney Ferrer. Sino nga yung isa? Isa ba? Okay, nakalimutan ko yung isang abogado. Anyway, and from the very beginning, her position has been that the prosecution still carries the burden of proving the charges. That is fundamental. Whether you like Sara Duterte or not, you cannot replace evidence with, hindi siya pumunta, therefore guilty. Bakit? No, ha? The prosecution should prove its case. The defense should challenge the evidence. The senator judges should evaluate both, then decide. That's due process. And personally, I think this is where Sarah's defense has the stronger rhetorical position. Prove the allegation, not believe the allegation because I wasn't sitting inside the courtroom today. Naku talaga, abante. Anyway, this is where the hypocrisy question comes in. Not because I have proof of wrongdoing by Abante, I don't, but because he himself is demanding accountability from another public official, then the same standard should apply to him. If residents of Santa Ana, Pandacan, Santa Mesa, or Paco are standing in flood water, they will also deserve answers. How much flood control infrastructure has been funded? What projects were completed? Which drainage systems are inadequate? Where are the bottlenecks? What projects still need funding? What oversight has the congressional office exercised? Those are legitimate questions. Remember, public office is not Twitter commentary or X commentary. Abante! Okay, anyway, representatives don't exist merely to criticize national politicians. They also represent actual communities, actual families, actual workers, actual students, actual taxpayers. And when those constituents are standing in water, their problems deserve airtime too. Huwag gamitin ang disaster as political prop, ladies and gentlemen, ha? Itong broader lesson, whether pro-Sara ka, anti-Sara, pro-Marcos ka, anti-Marcos ka, disaster should not become cheap political props. If there's flooding, help people. Investigate why. Audit projects. Improve drainage. Clean waterways. Fix infrastructure. Demand accountability. But please, don't turn into flood into God is angry at my political opponent. Nako. Because tomorrow, kapag bumaha sa lugar mo, anong interpretasyon natin? Galit din ba ang Diyos sa'yo? Pastor ka pa. Anyway, obviously, that logic doesn't work. So let's keep faith as faith and governance as governance. Dumako na po tayo sa hatol nilan. So ito ang hatol nila na number 1, Benny Abante has every right to demand accountability from VP Sara Duterte. He also has every right to argue that she should personally face the political consequences of the impeachment case. Number 3, but invoking floods and the anger of God, for me, that is a necessary political drama. Madrama kasi, no? Number 4, because once you invoke flooding, the public can legitimately ask about flooding in your own district. Number 5, and kay VP Sara Zimmerman Duterte, don't rely simply on political sympathy. Let the defense confront the evidence. Let the prosecution prove every allegation. If the evidence is weak, say it's weak. If it's strong, acknowledge it. That's how serious impeachment trials should work. So kayo, may punto ba si Benny Abante sa paghahanap kay VP Sara? Or did he go too far when he connected the flooding with nagagalit ba ang Diyos? At mas malaking tanong dapat bang unahin ng mga congressman ang problema ng sariling constituents bago ang political soundbites? Comment down below. Respectful decision tayo. Subscribe to #WalkWithLan for facts, context, and commentary. Behind the headlines, facts first, analysis next. See you sa susunod na topic. Thank you guys! Thank you so much!